All right, y'all. It's here, 5th week of Sports Unplugged. I'm your host, Leon Rogers, a.k.a. the Dusty Legend. Right in front of me is my homeboy, Big Med on the boards. He makes everything run and everything sound so great. And to my left, it's the good doctor, a.k.a. Young Manning, a.k.a. Mr. Boning. You got to love that name, man. We're going to get into it today. We got a lot to talk about. NFL action, of course. Also, man, some interesting fights that are going to be taking place besides the Pacquiao-Manuel Marquez #4, which I'm sure everybody's excited to see.
Ecstatic.
We've got a major announcement to make about a fight that's coming up. You're going to love it. You're going to have to see this one. And, of course, man, like I said, NFL, we're going to talk about a few other things. We're going to also introduce our smoking chicks of the day on Sports Unplugged. And we got...
Or of the week, since we're only on once a week.
Yeah. Oh, my God. We got
We're doubling up.
We got two nice ones for you today. But before we get into that, are we going to go to my man Nate?
No.
Not yet?
He's coming up.
Okay.
He's coming up after
All
the first song.
So we're going to get right into the NFL, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, Bears played the St. Louis Rams. Let's talk about our hometown team, the Bears. They played the St. Louis Rams yesterday, and I'm going to say this once again with the offense, I was not impressed. Everybody got excited about this offense, and the one thing I said that I did not want to happen, and I did not want Jay Cutler throwing the ball 35 to 40 times a game, because that's not what the Bears are. Give the ball to Michael Bush, the battering ram. Let him run. Forte gets healthy, get the ball back to him. But in the meantime, between time, use Khalil Bell. Let the offensive line be comfortable with running the ball, because I think they're catching hell trying to pass protect. I just think if you have a good front four on the defensive team, you're going to be able to get to the Bears quarterback. And this is why I think they're going to lose to Dallas next week. Let's get that out the way. Let's get that out the way. Right now, I'm going to let you know how I feel. Love my Bears. I think they're going to lose to Dallas next week.
There's something that we can actually say about the Bears. The defense looks good.
Yes.
The defense looks really good. We were joking around. We're like, damn it, Tim Jennings is going to the Pro Bowl this
He is.
year.
4 interceptions already this season.
Right.
I think he's amongst the league leaders, if not the league leader.
Yeah. Him and Cortland Finnegan both have 3+, if you will.
Right.
I don't know, man. When it comes to this offense, it almost looks like Mike Martz's offense.
Listen.
8-step drops, 9-step drops. I mean, what are we doing?
And
I thought we were protecting the offensive line. That was our job. Protect the offensive line. Don't make them look as bad as they really are.
I'm sorry. Either end the Devin Hester wide receiver experiment, or he has to do more in the offense. The whole Hester package, you said you were adding it this year. I got a little excited about that. I'm like, okay, I just don't feel like they're using Devin Hester like they should. Put him in the backfield. Line him up at tailback. Cause nightmare matchups for linebackers. Or force them to bring in another corner to cover them, and so you got a smaller man on the field, and then maybe run the ball. Like, do something like put Bush at fullback. You know what I'm saying? Like, just confuse them, or two running back set, but one of the running backs is Devin Hester. Use them how the Saints use Darren Sproles.
That's what I thought. I thought that when they're talking about the whole Devin Hester package, I thought you didn't see Devin Hester in the backfield playing some running back. I thought you didn't see him in the slot. I thought you didn't see him in a whole bunch of ways of using
Devin Hester and the Wildcat. Let's get creative.
Because Darren Sproles, is a small guy.
And makes you miss.
But that man right there, the way the Saints use him, it's impressive. It's impressive to see how they use Darren Sproles. And, the same way that they kind of use Reggie Bush. But now Reggie Bush has proven that he could play
between the tackles. He can run the ball a little bit.
But Devin Hester, like you said, I was excited about maybe seeing him in a whole bunch of roles. But like I said, watching the offense, it looks like a generic, boring offense.
Oh, my God.
That after week 1, people already figured it out. Like, all right, we got it. We know what you're doing.
10 points in the first half. St. Louis, I think, held them scoreless in the third, and then they tacked on 14 points in the fourth quarter. But, I mean, at any given time, if St. Louis could have jump-started their offense, it would have been a ball game.
Right.
But, contribute that to the Bears' defense of playing solid football, and coming up with turnovers when they needed it. But I'm just, if you told me Jay Cutler only threw for 183 yards, I'll be like, the Bears lost. They had to.
Right.
They had to lose. 17-31.
It took 18 carries for Michael Bush to get 55
yards.
Yep.
Like, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on with this offense. I have no idea. I'm not excited about the Rams win at all. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you that I am. It's the Rams. It's the team you should have blown out like you blew out the Indianapolis Colts.
Right.
I don't care how much Jeff Fisher has brought determination and courage to them.
And heart, right.
To kick their ass because
at the end of the day, it takes
personnel-wise, they do not match up with you. You can't name their starting receivers.
Mm-mm. But technically, their offense didn't match up with us at all.
No, they didn't.
I mean, the question is why didn't our offense do the same to their defense?
Because the Rams have a decent pass rush. They've got Long on one end and Quinn on the other. They have a decent pass rush, and teams like this.
They only got the Cutler twice. Well, sacked him at least.
But they make him get rid of the ball quick enough where guys like Cortland Finnegan and them can cover. Cortland Finnegan can cover, and make no mistake about it.
Right.
And there was one actual play that typifies the Bears' offense, how I need them to be a little bit more aggressive and a little bit more bullyish, if I can use that word.
Go ahead.
Cutler throws a pass to Alshon Jeffery that hits him in the hands. He catches it, and he lets Cortland Finnegan knock it out of his hands. And I went on Twitter, and I said, Alshon, you have to make that catch. You're 6'4", 6'5", 215 pounds. Cortland Finnegan is 5'9", 180. And the guy was like, well, Cortland made a great play. I said, Cortland's arm needs to get broken when he sticks it in to a guy that size. What I'm saying, when you're a big receiver, you're a guy like Vernon Davis, you're a guy like I'm trying to think of a big receiver who takes the ball away from people. Calvin Johnson makes that catch,
right,
and Cortland Finnegan can't knock it out of his hand. Larry Fitzgerald makes that catch. Cortland Finnegan can't knock it out of his hand. Andre Johnson makes that catch, then turns around and punches Cortland Finnegan in the face because that's what he does. You understand what I'm saying? So when you're a big receiver, when you have size and strength like that over a little defensive back, your job is to make him pay. Your job is to use your body, shield him out the way, keep him from the ball, and then when you get your mitts on it, he should not be able to knock the ball away from you. I get if it's a Ray Lewis or somebody with just as much size as you, but I hate to see big receivers lose catches like that to little guys. I hate it. I mean, kudos to the little guy. Cortland Finnegan played great defense. But what I'm saying is, Alshon Jeffery, when you grab that ball and you rip it down, you break Cortland Finnegan's arm in the process because you're the bigger guy. And that's what I need to see more of the Bears. Brandon Marshall, decent game. Mm-hmm. So targeted a lot, great catches, but I just need to. I need to see the Bears get more physical on offense for me, especially in the passing game. I need to see these receivers catch balls and punish people.
Watching the Bears, it's almost like they're playing in slow motion.
Yeah, they're
on
sleepwalking.
Offense.
Yeah.
It looks real slow, like very, and it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be like that at all because for one thing, we have too many damn weapons. Look, we have good players on that team. Do we maybe need to do some more rollouts? Do we need to do some more shorter routes? Because the thing about Brandon Marshall's always been that yak. You get you get Brandon Marshall the ball, he'll make something happen. So I mean, because I'm seeing Jay Cutler hold on to the ball a lot, trying to find somebody open. What's going on?
He's going for the big play. He's trying to get guys, and this is what I meant by we're going to get suckered into the vertical game, like. Use these big guys underneath. Mm-hmm. Let them run underneath. Let them set, take a page out the Patriots playbook where they got guys running, crisscrossing, and the next thing you know, Wes Welker is running for 25 yards because he caught a ball underneath and just, let's mix it up. They're looking for the big play. Cutler, and I'm not mad at a quarterback that's trying to look for the big play.
No, I understand that, but there's times – okay, look.
But you hold the ball so long where you can't even get the check down.
This is what I talked to you about last week when we were talking about Jamarcus, Webb being terrible and everything like that. Yes, he's terrible. All right, but the thing is, Jay Cutler should know.
Or as Barkley would say, terrible.
But
T-U-R, terrible.
T-U-R,
believe,
right.
Terrible.
But the thing is, as Jay Cutler, you should know that. As the offensive coordinator, you should know that. You're looking for the big play, knowing you're gonna have heat on your ass in about less than 2 seconds.
Right.
So you should be always, as I like to call him Captain Checkdown. but you should be looking for Captain Checkdown. You should be looking at Captain Checkdown because if you keep on burning these teams, they got to slow that rush up. You slow that rush up, now you can look for the big play. Stop looking for the big play all the damn time. Check it down.
Why don't we play to a strength that the Bears have always had, never really had a problem with? The offensive line may be terrible pass blocking,
but they can run.
But let's strap the team, the chin straps up, and let's start smacking people in the mouth. It's just like I heard Terry Bradshaw say, you're going to have some ugly plays where you only get 1 or 2 yards.
Right.
But by the third quarter, because it wasn't like your defense was giving up points. But by the third quarter, I mean, that's how the Ravens have aired it out more than normal this year because they have Terrell Smith, and we'll talk about him later. But they still believe in Ray Rice. He's going to get his touches, and they're going to beat people up front. The San Francisco 49ers, they're going to run the ball.
Frank Gore's going to run the ball.
They're going to run the ball.
Right.
Run the ball. You got Michael Bush. He's a battering ram. When you get Forte back, you have a great change of pace. The Giants, they still are a run-first team, and the receivers just benefit from the great running game. So I don't know. I'm not excited about this Bears offense yet. Let's see how they do next week against Dallas. But I don't think this Dallas defense is very physical, and they move around.
Same way.
They fly around, too.
They fly around.
They fly around, too. So I just don't see the Bears winning that game, but we'll get to that later on. When we come back, we're going to talk about rest of the games on the NFL slate. My man Nate Boning, I have a sports update for us. And it is what it is. It's Sports Unplugged live streaming. Follow us on Twitter, at Leon Rogers, at Sports Unplugged, at Big Mad. It's simple. And if you don't, your mama will be back.